So, we are once again talking about my favorite Spielberg movie, the very first Tom Cruise and Steven Spielberg collaboration, and in my opinion, the most underrated Tom Cruise movie and the most underrated Steven Spielberg movie. Let's get into it. Minority Report was directed by Steven Spielberg. Yes, I am continuing my Spielberg reviews. I know I am late, but we still have until Ready Player One, which comes out in March, so I can still do these. I'm still going with the plan of 2 a day, but today, instead of 2, I decided to go with 3. So this is going to be the first of 3. So Minority Report was directed by Steven Spielberg, stars Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, Samantha Morton, Max von Sydow, and it is based on the short story of the same name by Phillip K. Dick. And the basic premise of this movie is that it is a neo-noir sci-fi film loosely based on the story of the same name, and is set primarily in the future in Washington, D.C. and Northern Virginia in 2054, where pre-crime, who is a specialized police department, apprehends criminals based on foreknowledge provided by 3 psychics by the precogs. The precogs are named Arthur, Dashiell, who are the twins, and Agatha. And this is 50% character, 50% complicated storytelling with layers and layers of murder mystery and plot. So it's a whodunit film, and this movie is kind of like The Fugitive meets Blade Runner. And basically, we meet John Anderson, and John Anderson, he has a very tragic backstory. He's not Superman. He lost his son Sean. He disappeared, and he is separated from his wife and becomes a drug addict. And while United States, the Justice Department of Justice agent Danny Whitworth comes to check out the program, of course, the precogs have a new condition saying that John Anderson will murder a man named Leo Crow in less than 36 hours. He doesn't know this, but he flees the area as Whitworth begins his manhunt, and he's trying to prove his innocence. So that is the basic plot of Minority Report. Now, my history with this movie, I first saw this movie on TV, on TNT, and I was a little confused by it, but then they played the movie again multiple times, and I started to fall in love with the movie. I liked the story. I liked that film noir-esque feel, because this movie is a mix of Blade Runner and The Fugitive. So it's The Fugitive meets Blade Runner in the future, and I like that. I think that's a really interesting idea. I think it's an awesome idea. And the way Steven Spielberg combines what he's trying to do is really, really well done. This was one of 2002's best reviewed films, along with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, and the overall budget was $142 million, including advertising, and the movie made back $358 million. And so, at first, this movie was optioned as a sequel to Total Recall, but production suffered many delays to Tom Cruise Mission Impossible 2 and artificial intelligence run over schedule. And during pre-production, Spielberg, he had numerous scientists in an attempt to present a more plausible future from the world than that in other science fiction films. And some of the technology designs in the film has proven precedent. You have swiping, which is the iPhone, iTablet, and other phones. You have eye scanning. There's a lot of good ideas in this movie. It's just like Blade Runner 2049 and the original Blade Runner, where you basically have to use your thinking hat. And there's a lot of very good lines of dialogue. I love the conversation with Anderton and Danny Whitworth where they're talking about it, where he catches the ball and he says we're arresting fugitives who have broken no law, but they will. I would play the clip, but again, I don't want to. But what you just because what they see you're gonna do is gonna happen doesn't mean you can change what's gonna happen. And this movie has a very unique visual style. Steven Spielberg, he used high contrast to create dark colors and shadows to make it look like a film noir picture. So every single shot in the movie is film noir, and the film's shots are overlit. It features desaturated colors, and it bleach bypasses the film's negative, which they did in post production. Now back to the character stuff. Now, Tom Cruise's character, I like his character. He did this because of his son's death or disappearance, but we later find out this movie has a lot of twists and turns going for it. You have Max von Sydow as Lamar Bergerson. Max von Sydow is a great actor. He's great in this movie. Samantha Morton's great as the precog. Colin Farrell's great as Danny Whitworth. He's an underrated actor. You also got Neal McDonough here. He's pretty good. I enjoy him on the Arrowverse as Damien Dark. You also got Jessica Capshaw, Lois Smith. A lot of great actors in here. And there's a lot of interesting ideas where you have all these prisoners in the sleeping chambers. I like that. The themes that he focuses on is just, you got the potential legality of an infallible prosecutor, Spielberg's repeated theme of broken families, the role of media in the future state where technological advancements make its presence nearby boundless, the rules of preventive government in protecting its citizenry, the role of media in a future state where technology, all of that. Free will versus determinism, I like that central theme. And the movie examines whether free will can exist if the future is set and known in advance, and I like that. You also have good music by John Williams. The music by John Williams is great. Cinematography, editing by Michael Collins is really good. It's 2 hours, 25 minutes, and for some people it can get a little boring. Some people it can be a little bit of a chore because Samantha Morton does scream in one part of the movie towards the end, but I'm invested by it, and I love how this movie starts with the opening logos taking place in underwater scenery with DreamWorks and 20th Century Fox. In the US, how they represent it, but in international, it's 20th Century Fox and DreamWorks. And Fox, they put the money up for the film to distribute. DreamWorks would distribute the movie in half of the world, and Fox would do half of the other world. And he composed a lot of music in this movie, and he did music for Attack of the Clones and Chamber of Secrets. I love the score and I love the styles of this movie. This is a very good futuristic film, and it's shot in Super 35mm 2.351. The 14-minute opening sequence is amazing, and the ending of this movie is fantastic. I love the ending here. And I really enjoy how they did this, and the movie has good rating, good reviews, and they did a TV show, which the TV show is okay, but you can't beat the movie. So at the end of the day, yes, my favorite scenes is when the action does happen. It's really great. I enjoy the action, I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the performances, so I'm giving Minority Report my highest recommendation, and Minority Report will go in my JD Rainbow Seal of Approval, because that's how good this movie is. So let me know what you guys think about Minority Report down below. Do you like the movie? Do you hate it? If you can only hate it if you're not a fan of Cruise or Spielberg, or not a fan of movies, thinking person's movies. So if you like this, you can come here. We can have a good time. No, scratch that. New intro. If you like this, you can come to the channel and subscribe and just have fun. All opinions are. But yeah, I'll see you guys for E.T. the Extraterrestrial.